Hello people, it's been about a couple minutes since my last episode and yeah, there was just nothing really major to talk about. All that was going on was that I was seeing more things online and on Twitter that would just get on my nerves, with Xbox talking trash as usual and PlayStation fans also saying some nonsensical things. It's just not worth me making a video to be negative. So I wanted to wait until something got me excited, something was moving me from the inside to make this episode, and honestly, it is time. Now, in my last video, I was really hoping that the next big wow moment we got was from the Xbox guys, and it didn't come. It just didn't come. Now, a lot of you will say probably the pre-order date and the prices was a wow moment. That's not what I'm talking about, and you know that. Anybody who's seen my videos, you've heard me say I don't care about price, I don't care about pre-order dates, because those are eventually going to be released whether they want to do it or not. They're going to have to tell us the price and the pre-order date. I was more interested in more games. I was more interested in what is Xbox going to show us that PlayStation is going to have an answer for. And they showed us nothing. That wow moment has not come yet. I haven't heard anything about any secret launch games that Microsoft has up their sleeve, or maybe a game that they have that's coming a couple months after launch, or anything like that. Nothing whatsoever. Maybe Gears Tactics, I guess some people will say, but that's not anything new or that exciting to me. For me, I'm not that excited. You just took away Halo Infinite and you're gonna make us wait a year for it. How are you gonna make that up? Nothing. They don't have a plan, guys. This is what pisses me off. I'm not here bashing on Xbox because I hate on Xbox. I'm bashing on Xbox because I want competition. I want to have a reason to get a Series X. And right now, I don't have one. I don't have a single reason why I would get a Series X. We're going to dive right into that a little bit more in detail in a second. Today, we're also going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 pre-orders, how myself and my group of friends happen to secure 7 of them through different outlets, and I'll talk to you guys about that and how we did it, so hopefully somebody will benefit from this, and anybody who hasn't gotten a PS5 pre-order done yet maybe can listen to this and get some motivation and figure out how we did it, so maybe you can copy what we did, which wasn't, rocket science or brain surgery. I just hope it'll help. But first, please guys, like and subscribe below. If you've been listening to me before, if you watched my videos before, you just haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click subscribe. It really helps us out, gives us motivation to keep going, to make sure we keep bringing you content and keep you guys engaged. Alright, let's dive right in. Let's first talk about cross-generation games and, the surprise Sony announcement that they're going to be actually making games for the PlayStation 4 still for the next year. So you got, I think they said Horizon Forbidden West is going to be coming out for the PS4. Spider-Man Miles Morales will also be available on PS4. And is that going to hold back games? Blah, blah, blah. I never got involved in this debate. If you watch all my past videos, if you've looked at my Twitter, I never talk about how Xbox was doing the wrong thing by still supporting Xbox One or whatever. That was never my gripe with Xbox, so I'm clean and I can say I don't care. I really don't care. I've never cared. As long as you're making a quality game, I know it's going to look better on a next-gen console, whether that's an Xbox game for the Series X compared to how it's going to look on the Xbox One, or if that's a PlayStation game for PS5 compared to how it's going to look on the PS4. I already know it's going to look better on the PS5, so why would I care? And is that going to hold back the game? Well, it depends on the game. If the game's not Ratchet and Clank, where you're not using the ultra-fast SSD, then no, it's not going to hold it back. It's just going to look better on the PS5. So I don't want to get involved in that debate. I think it's a dumb debate, to be honest, because I've had a lot of fun playing games on old systems like Atari, which had nowhere near the power that this generation of consoles are going to have. Nothing's going to hold back a game, and if it is, they won't make it for the PS4. Right? They're not going to make Ratchet and Clank for the PS4. It doesn't make sense. I don't think they are. Also, obviously, your game's going to load faster on the PlayStation 5, and you're not going to have to sit on your PS4 and wait a minute and a half to 2 minutes for the game to load up. And that, in and of itself, really, to me, is worth it, man. I hate load times. So, anyways, cross-gen games, don't worry about it if you're worried about it. If you're like, oh my god, they're going to hold back their games. No, it's not. And here's the deal. Every generation of console that's come out, the best games for that console don't come out until about 3 years after that console's already been out. Developers need time to learn how to push that console to its limits to get the best performance out of it. So these first gen games, these games that are going to come out in the first year and a half, they're not pushing the PS5 to its limits anyways. At least I don't think so. It never has in the past. So the fact that they're cross-gen, I don't think is going to limit them because they're already limited just because the developers themselves don't know how to make the best use of that console's power yet. But 3 years down the line, if they're still making cross-gen games, then yeah, we got a problem. At that point, then I'll start complaining, but that's why I haven't complained at all about Xbox and now PlayStation making cross-gen games in the first year, because honestly in the first year it's just about better graphics, that's it. Other than that, I don't think they know how to push the limits to that console yet. So let's give them time, and 3 years from now if they're still making cross-gen games, then yeah, that's an issue. Now, as far as Sony's concerned, obviously they're going to want to make cross-gen games. They're not just going to leave 120 million machines behind while they make their games, right? Like, if I'm making a Horizon Forbidden West and it's costing me $200 million to make the game, which I don't know how much it's costing them, but I guarantee you it's somewhere close to 100 million and over, right? Like, it's definitely not costing them 20 million to make it. So if it's costing me 100 million plus to make the game, and by the time the game comes out, there's only going to be 40 million PlayStation 5s in the world. Maybe. We're going to have 11 million PlayStation 5s by the end of March. At least that's what they're hoping for, right? Somewhere around 11 million, 12 million PS5s by the end of March in the world. And you're making a game that's costing you $150 million to make or whatever, and you're only going to release it to those 11 million people. Well, okay, let's just say by the end of November 2021, which is kind of where we think Horizon Forbidden West is going to be coming out, there'll be 25 or 30 million PlayStation 5s in the world. You're going to release it just to those guys, or are you going to release it to those guys plus 120 million other PlayStation 4 owners to try and make your money back, right? Because not everybody's going to buy the game. I mean, they have to do what they have to do for the first year, and I totally get it, and I'm on board. I'm cool. As long as the PS5 version looks better, runs better, and definitely you can tell a difference if you put them side by side. You're like, man, the PS5 version looks way different than the PS4 version. Then I'm good. I am totally good. If they look exactly the same, then obviously I got ripped off. Like, why did I buy a PS5 when I already had a PS4 Pro? Again, this is all short term, guys. We're just talking for a year because honestly, you know, there's going to be a ton of people that want to play these games that aren't going to be able to get a PS5 because they're not going to be able to make enough PS5s to get in everybody's hands. So I'm not just going to leave people behind. I'd make games for them too, sure. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to play games like Ratchet & Clank, and I'm sure there'll be a couple other games that make use of the SSD in ways that just cannot be done on the PS4. Which actually leads to a nice segue into the PS5 pre-orders. Hopefully, everybody watching this who wants a PS5 pre-order already secured one, and if you did, congrats, man. I feel for you. I'm happy for you. I had one of my friends who couldn't get one until yesterday night, and we were all bummed for him. So let's talk a little bit about how me and my friends secured one, and we all have them now, and all the different things we went through. Hopefully this will help you guys. So first, we all watched the showcase from PlayStation. They announced the price, but there was no word on pre-orders, which left me and my friends kind of confused as to what's going on. We know when we can pre-order a Series X, or the Xbox guys let us know that, so Sony had to have. And I start checking Twitter, and I see a tweet from Jeff Keighley saying that PlayStation said that they're going to be starting pre-orders sometime in the next day at select retailers. Well, I happened to be next to the mall when this happened, so I decided I would stop by the mall in an hour or so and talk to some people at GameStop to figure out what time they're going to start taking pre-orders. So an hour later, I go to GameStop, and there's a line at GameStop, and they're taking pre-orders. So I call my friends right away, and I go, dude, GameStop's already taking pre-orders. I'm going to stand in line and get one, blah, blah, blah. Well, as soon as I'm the second person in line, they sell out. So I just stood there for about 25 minutes for no reason. I get home and I decide, the guy at GameStop told me, but GameStop Online is going to start taking pre-orders sometime today. They don't know when. It wasn't live yet. I get home, I tell my buddies this on the drive home, so everybody's at home now trying to figure out which online website to start taking pre-orders from. I decide to start searching Target and GameStop and Best Buy. I never have good luck with Amazon, so I didn't even bother. I had my iPad refreshing Target, I had my PC refreshing Best Buy's website, and I had my iPhone refreshing GameStop's. The reason why I did GameStop on my phone, believe it or not, is because I just would rather not order from them. I trust Target and Best Buy more to get me my PS5 on time if I happen to get a pre-order. Well, The Target one on my iPad, after an hour of pushing refresh, comes up with stock. I got my PS5, the $499, this is important, the $499 version, the disc version. I got it right away, no hiccups, no nothing, added it to cart, put in my credit card info, boom, it was smooth sailing. So I told my buddies go to Target to do the same thing, and they couldn't get in. One of my buddies actually got in, and his bank declined, because his bank thought it was a fraudulent purchase. His bank declined it. So he missed out, even though he had one on his cart and everything else. And then my other buddies told me that it was sold out by the time he got there. Then one of my buddies said that GameStop just went live, and that which one should he order? I said, to be safe, you should just order the most expensive thing. So he ends up ordering one of the big bundles, and he got in and got it smooth. It was easy. And he got one for his girlfriend too, another bundle for like $750 or something like that. It comes with a controller and 2 games or something like that. And then my other buddy tried to get the cheaper all digital version, and he couldn't get it. He kept trying, couldn't get it. And then the Best Buy one we never saw. Like, we were refreshing all day long, we never saw it come up. Some people were tweeting that Best Buy was sold out already, but I didn't see anybody tweeting that they had a confirmation of a purchase from Best Buy, so I wasn't buying it. So I told my other friends, like about 4 of us still needed them at this point, not me included. 4 other friends needed them at this point, and I said, let's just keep refreshing Best Buy, and whoever gets in first, like if I get in, I'll buy it for one of them. And we just kept refreshing Best Buy, and until midnight, like right before midnight Pacific time, all of us got one in our cart. It just happened. Like, the whole time we've been trying to add to cart, it didn't work. And this was like 3 or 4 hours of doing this. And just before midnight, my phone goes crazy with every one of my friends saying that I just got one in the cart, And since they did that, I stopped trying because I didn't need one anymore. And they ended up buying them. So we got 3 more from Best Buy. Now we needed 1 more. And the one guy who also was trying to do Best Buy that ended up not getting it, again, was trying to get the digital, cheaper one. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you're trying to pre-order a PS5, first of all, forget the digital one. Everyone's trying to get the cheaper one, so it becomes harder to get that one. Go for the $499 version. There's also rumors that they're releasing 3 times more of the $499 versions than they are of the $399 versions. So if there's more stock of it, you're going to have better odds trying to get that one. So just cough up the extra $100 and get the version with the disc, or wait until, I don't know, March, April, May of next year and get the cheaper one. But if you want one now, your better odds are to try and get the $499 version. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is, just because you feel like something is sold out, don't stop trying. Keep clicking checkout. Do it on an iPad, do it on an iPhone, so you can do it while you're sitting at work, while you're watching TV, whatever it is. Just click, just keep clicking, man. And don't go nuts, like click, wait like 20 seconds, click again. You don't have to click every 2 seconds. Like, you can do it 3 times a minute, and that's good enough. But yeah, the Best Buy one, we were clicking for about 3 or 4 hours. We ended up getting 3. We wanted 4. We ended up getting 3. So we had 1 more guy left and needed one. And then the next day, you had that Walmart announcement that they're gonna have more at 6 p.m. Now, I heard about the announcement about 20 minutes before 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Pacific time, I find out about 20 minutes before that. I call my friend, said, look, this is happening at 6 p.m. Go to Walmart right now, start an account, buy like a box of pens. Literally buy anything with your credit card so that your credit card is saved on their account. So when the 6 p.m. time zone kicks in, you're ready to go. You don't have to type your address in. You don't have to type anything in. Everything is just saved. So he goes on there literally 10 minutes before 6 p.m. and orders literally a box of pens. I think he paid like $5.40 and had pens shipped to his house. But and I also told him, don't try to get the $3.99 anymore. Like, give it up. Start going after the $4.99 one. 6 p.m. hits. He gets the $4.99 one. He literally clicks checkout, go, next, because he doesn't have to type anything else in, and he gets one. So we all ended up getting one, and it was cool, man. Like, so, you gotta have an account with whoever you're trying to buy it with, I think. I don't want you guys to spend time trying to type in your credit card numbers or your addresses. Just make sure you already have accounts set up with, say, Best Buy or Walmart or Amazon. I'm glad we didn't try Amazon, and like I was saying before, I've always had bad luck with Amazon. That's why I didn't try Amazon, and my friends pretty much do kind of follow my lead, so none of them tried Amazon. I think one guy was trying to refresh Amazon, but neither one of us got it from Amazon. And it's all about refreshing the web page as often as possible and having your account set up so you can just click the buttons and get through it. Good luck, guys. Like, I really hope everybody gets one. Hopefully they'll have more pre-orders opening up soon. Hopefully they'll have a second wave, maybe you're in a third wave. Keep your fingers crossed. Don't give up. Just keep clicking refresh and see what happens. Follow people on Twitter like Jeff Keighley and others. Take a look at this guy. This guy's a good guy. He also updates his Twitter account every time he sees some pre-orders. Follow him. And like I said, don't give up. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're going to go start following people on Twitter, follow me too, yeah? Throw me a bone. Hey guys, also, leave me a comment below and tell me why I should get a Series X. I'm really trying to figure out a reason as to why I should pre-order the Series X coming up this Monday when the pre-orders open. I can't figure it out. I don't know of any games that are not available on the PS5 that are going to be available on the Series X that I'm going to want to play. The Falconeer looks kind of interesting, but other than that, like, what do I really want a Series X for? Because the Falconeer isn't that great a game. Help me out, man. Somebody tell me why. Somebody convince me to do it, because I really want to get a Series X, but I don't even think Microsoft can convince me as to why I need to get one. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Hopefully more news and more games coming soon next week. See you guys.